118 for 5 is India's total, which they have declared on day two of the second test between India and West Indies at the Arun Jaitley Stadium. It was boosted by 175 from Yashasvi Jaiswal and a brilliant 129 from Shubman Gill. Now, Shubman Gill notched up his 10th century in Test cricket, and it was truly a remarkable exhibition from the captain because West Indies really looked under the pump and they did not even look like taking wickets at any stage. It was either due to poor shot selection or, in the case of Yashasvi Jaiswal, a gift. Now, they began the day at 318 for 2, and looking at it, everybody's eyes was on Yashasvi Jaiswal. Whether he would get to a double century, whether he would even go on to make a triple century, would he rewrite Virender Sehwag's record? But unfortunately, it was not meant to be because Yashasvi Jaiswal, when he hit that ball to a wideish mid-off, Tej Narayan Chandrapal picked it up and ensured that, okay, Jaiswal, he was very eager in getting to the other end for a single, but Shubman Gill had said no. And in turning back, it was unfortunately a run out that happened, and that is why Yashasvi Jaiswal, whatever we had thought he would achieve the records, he was dismissed for 175. Now, a lot of people will be saying that, oh, was there a run? Was it Shubman Gill's fault? Was it Yashasvi Jaiswal's fault? I have given the video the explaining the wide angles at this point about who was really at fault. Now, if you notice, the front-on angle doesn't give you any kind of indication as to whose fault it is. But the side-on camera tells you that, okay, when Yashasvi Jaiswal hit that run, Shubman Gill immediately had put his hand up saying, no, there is no run. But Jaiswal was so far down the track. When the throw happened, he was too late in turning back, and that is why he was run out. Now, who is at fault? Technically, I think both players are at fault because Shubman Gill needed to trust the striker. Because it is in the striker's periphery, it is in his vision, he was the right judge for the run. Shubman Gill just had to agree to the striker and said, yes, I want to go for the run. But Shubman Gill was ball watching. And because of that, he just was unsure of whether the run should be taken or not. So the fault also lies with Shubman Gill. He did not trust his partner, his striker. This is not the first time, though, that has happened with Yashasvi Jaiswal. It happened with him during the Boxing Day test in Melbourne, 2024, in which you saw Jaiswal hit Scott Boland to mid-on, but Cummins fired in the throw, and that is why you saw that, yes, he was run out. Kohli was also ball watching, but at that time, I think Jaiswal was way too eager, and that is why it's not going to be very easy. The blame will lie on anybody at this point. Many people question whether there was a run because Jaiswal hit very cleanly. But Tej Narayan Chandrapal picked it up and ensured that, okay, the throw was good and Jaiswal had no chance of coming back. After that, it was business as usual. Nitish Reddy got a promotion, and that's why he also looked good. He could have hit a 50, but then unfortunately, aggressive batting, it led to his downfall. But Shubman Gill, batting with poise, batting with confidence, he smoothly moved towards his 100 and he notched it up in grand style at the Arun Jaitley Stadium. And it continues his fabulous year, by the way. He had 750 runs against England. Now he's hit 100. He hit a 50 in the previous game in Ahmedabad. And now it's only a matter of time whether West Indies can manage to survive on this particular wicket because you got Ravindra Jadeja, you got Kuldeep Yadav. Dhruv Jurel also looked good with his batting, but unfortunately what happened was that, yes, when he got out, Gill decided, okay, let us just declare. You now have essentially 1 hour of this session and you have the full 2.5 hour session in the final day. So that is why when you look at it, it is a big thing that India now have given themselves a lot of time to dismiss the West Indies. However, if you look at this pitch, there is a bit of grip, there is a bit of turn. It may crumble. It's a bit hotter as compared to yesterday in Delhi. So the pitch could crumble at certain points in time. And West Indies, we've seen how terrible they have been against spin. And that's why it will be a test of their ultimate survival. And you got Siraj and Bumrah as well. How will they survive the new ball spell? Because West Indies' opening pair, they have also not stitched a huge partnership, say over 100 in quite some time. And so last time they stitched a 100 plus opening stand, maybe never. So that's why this is a problem that West Indies have now got to face. The first target is ensuring they avoid the follow-on of 318. Will that happen? It remains to be seen. But today they are facing an uphill task. Don't be surprised if they can be bowled out in 1.5 sessions because the entire test in Ahmedabad lasted only 2.5 days. This test match also, this is day 2. Day 3 also, if West Indies are in a bad position, you could see another 3-day finish and the test series could end in the blink of an eye. I mean, 5 days. The entire series would have lasted 5 days when you expected one test to last 5 days. So I'll take some comments at this point in time. And Chili Paneer, was that a run? And Jaiswal also suffered a hit and run situation. I mean, see, it is easy. It is not such an easy answer, Chili Paneer. I'll tell you why. Because when a striker hits towards the mid-off region, mid-off, mid-on, it is under his periphery vision. So he judges the run. So he was right in calling for the run. Shubman Gill was kind of guilty of ball watching, but the fault lies in both. Shubman Gill had already put up the hand saying, no, don't go for the run. But then he didn't see it. Same happened with him again with Virat Kohli at Melbourne. And India lost the test match in that sense. So that was a problem. And Nationally said, what run? Why was it risky? Wo bhi test match mein, wo bhi against West Indies. I mean, see, you get an opportunity to score a run each and every time, you take it. Yes, it didn't happen. And Jaiswal, the finger pointing can happen at any point in time. I mean, what do you do? I think it's both players who are at fault. Honestly, this series, Priyanshu saying, please end this series. See, you're potentially looking at the last 2 days of the series. That's it. It'll be a series that will be whitewashed totally in the annals of the Indian cricket fans' memory. Although the turnout today at the Arun Jaitley Stadium, it's a Saturday. It's far better than what it was yesterday. So is the Asia Cup trophy in the office behind you? Yes. Yes, all the Asia Cup trophies that we have won is right here beside me. So yes, King D, people are saying Jaiswal will break Sehwag's record and India will go for one. No, we are not saying go for 1,000 runs, but he looked good to break Sehwag's record of 319. He had batted so well and there was plenty of time. But 30%, 55% facepalm. It's all blown up in our faces at this point. And West Indies ke against 400 bhi bahut hai. Yes, it is nationally. It's quite true in that sense. Sai missed this century. Nitish Dhruv missed their 50s. Kaustubh Basu Singh. Yes, yes, Kaustubh. They will be kicking themselves. Like, why couldn't we have gotten those big runs on this particular pitch? How you got the Asia Cup trophies? GGK, I have my sources that gave me back the Asia Cup trophy. So that's the only way I can respond to you at this point. Satvik Bagaria saying, sir, no doubt Richa Ghosh played exceptionally well, but when will middle order fire? Tomorrow's Australia. Will Australia give the same opportunity like South Africa? For the second part of your answer, no. For the first part, I hope that the Indian middle order and the Indian top order fires, because if they don't fire, then this Australian team, yes, the Indian team will put up a fight, but then this Australian team is way too good to let these opportunities go by. And that's why, Priyanshu, yes, we are the chosen ones. So that's why we have got all the Asia Cup trophies. We have got that power. Priyanshu, let's just say it. So we are going to see the resumption of the West Indies innings. Let's see how many sessions can they survive. Will India enforce a follow on if they cannot get to 318? So that is the first target West Indies will be looking to achieve. Get to 318. Make India bat. Again, that will be a psychological victory for them. So yes, West Indies, for people joining us now, the India innings has declared at 518 for 5. And you are seeing West Indies now survive 1.5 sessions today and also the remainder of the 3 days. That's there in this test series. So thank you so much, folks. And Kaustubh is saying, what's the latest update on Asia Cup trophy control and what's the stand on BJ? Park should not be in the same group with us in T20 World Cup. Kaustubh Basu, I hope that is the case, that they are not tagged with us in a T20 World Cup. But then if the profiteers are judging the entire marketplace and if they are there in the decision-making process, the profiteers, then they will do it. That is the sad reality of what we are at this stage. And why are we not experimenting against the Windies? Good question. You could have rested Bumrah, but I think since there's WTC points at stake and Bumrah is not playing ODIs, why not? Why? I think you could have played Prasid. I agree. We could have experimented, but that's not happening. And if we don't experiment against Windies, then when will we? I don't think we will experiment, Ashish Ranjan. I think the era of experimentation is over. Unless there is a forced injury or if it's a forced rest, then and only then you're making changes. And India declared too soon. What was the hurry? King D, you are the exception to the norm. Many people are saying, when will India declare? You're saying India declared too soon. So you wanted them to go to 600, 700. What was the point? Oh yeah, Jadeja missing out on his 4,000 runs is a bit of a dampener. He should have gotten 4,000. He was just 6 runs away. Prasidh Krishna should have played this. Priyanshu, yeah, but what's the harm? Shauri Holla, will India whitewash WI? Simple three-letter answer, yes. Yes, that'll happen. Why Sundar not promoted? I think they took turns. Sundar promoted, then in that sense, then you look at Nitish Reddy. He didn't get a bat in the last game. That's why they said, okay, let Nitish Reddy come up the order. And that's why we're looking at it. So thank you so much, folks, for joining us. The West Indies innings is about to begin pretty shortly. And bye-bye. See you soon.